understand their importance, and I will show you a few useful exercises that will help to improve the quality of your scales playing. So first I would like to say a few words about technique general and to emphasize the main idea of it. The great Russian pianist and pedagogue Heinrich Neuhaus, in his book of Art of Piano Playing, said, "Technique cannot be created in a vacuum, just you cannot create a form devoid of any content. It means that pianistic art is created first in our brain, while our hands represent physical process. Indeed, these two parts cannot exist without each other. One of the most important steps to improve your piano technique is practicing scales." So, why we should learn and practice scales? Maybe you want to join band musical, or maybe you have to pass the exam, or maybe you just want to improve your improvisational skills, whatever.
Here we can develop finger fluency, legato playing skills, smoothness and evenness of the melodic line, getting to know the basic patterns of fingering. Besides our technical advancement, scales can develop us musically. They give us more precise knowledge about major-minor system and help to understand case signature.
The outstanding French pianist and pedagogue Marguerite Long stated that scales require active attention. They make the hand more dexterous, give us invisible wings that help quickly fly over the keyboard along its entire length. Working on scales starts with simple positional exercises. So what is a position? It's a constant position of our hand above the keyboard relative to our thumb. It means you don't have to shift your hand at all. For example, in the C major scale, the small position is the notes C, D, E, and the big position is F, G, A, B. The next step is connection of positions. And here we encounter the most challenging part of scales, the thumb cross. Our thumb is waiting until the last moment and play the necessary key with jerk. This delay causes a jolt, and for sure it disturbs our evenness of the sound. That's why we should remember that we have to cross our thumb in time under our palm. Now I'm going to describe interesting ways for your scales and useful practice. We can identify three main rules in practicing scales. So let's start. The first rule is developing the feeling of the finger's position. Heinrich Neuhaus recommended to play in each key the exercise for smoothly thumb tuck. For example, in C major scale, it will be like this. So again. When we play the left hand, it should be in opposite motion. Again. Next exercise is transferring our hand from one position to another. This helps us to feel in our hands the position of each scale, and if you are a beginner, it helps to learn finger pattern 3 plus 4. For example, right hand, C major scale. So again. First we play the right hand and then the left. Again.
exercise for me is to play notes in the position. First of all, we have to check our hand. It shouldn't falling down like this or this. We have to make sure that everything is relaxed and we are sitting straight. So what we are doing? We are playing. So we are accelerating and then slowing down, right? We are transferring the weight of gravity from each finger to another finger. We are doing this calmly and evenly. Imagine that you have a small weights at your fingertips and they are rolling. Don't lift up your finger. And always has to be as close contact with keyboard as possible. So again. And slowing down. When we practice the big position, so we should divide this into two groups. So first group will be, and second group. So second group will be a little bit more challenging because here we have our weak fourth finger. But anyway, you should do the same things. Slowing down. The second rule is mastering our thumb movement. Heinrich Neuhaus recommended to cultivate our foresight. He offered to put the thumb on a key that has to be next, thus to prepare on time, and it will sound like achacatura, the kind of ornament, and it will be like this. Achacatura. So again, we're like preparing in advance. Achacatura to E. And left hand will be like this. Here. And then. The next exercise is playing the whole scale with two fingers. We can do it with our thumb and third finger, first and fourth finger, and thumb and pinky. The same we are doing with our left hand. When we play in scales with a lot of sharps or flats, for example, E major, so we should keep our hand close to the black keys to avoid such movement. No. In such position. One more exercise again in the position. We play small position. Here we play D, E, and then start to move around this second with thumb. it will sound like this. The important thing that we have to play it legato. For sure, it's not legato that we used to hear, but we should picture it, imagine. And when we play in our big position, we will play this, and our thumb will play. And again, we start slow and then playing faster, and then again slow. And also, we can play such exercise like, again, our second and slowing down, and the same in big position. I will show you left hand, and the small position in left hand will be this, right? So we're playing this second and play our thumb. Imagining we're playing legato. The third rule is working on the pivot when we are connecting positions. When we start to play C major scale, we start from a small position, and after third finger pivot happens, right? And this exercise from Heinrich Neuhaus calls shifting our hand through our thumb. Here we can imagine dividers where the center is F key with our first thumb, and other tones around are like a circle. So we play small circle, faster and slowing down, and after we increase our circle, and we'll start from D and slowing down, right? We also can start from up we also can play the same things in our left hand, and the first pivot happens in big position after our thumb, right? Here. So we can play our small circle, then increase, and slowing down. So the same thing we are doing in our right hand, we can do by our left hand.
Please pay attention that in all exercises it is necessary to strive for an even sound, economical movement, learn them with a gradual increase in tempo. The main reason for different jerks and jolts and uneven sound in playing scales is low mobility and the tension of the thumb. So what else is important when we play scales? We should always practice them musically. The point cannot be stressed enough. Practicing musically means varying your touch and articulation, the intensity of the sound, and even the tempo within a scale. For sure, piano scales for beginner and advanced student are slightly different. So, if you are an advanced student, you can try next rhythmic exercise to improve your speed. For example, or one more, it can be next. And one more useful tip, and it's already proved that when you play ascending scale like crescendo and ascending diminuendo, the result of your technique will be much better. So I hope these tips will benefit you, your scales in your practicing, as it was beneficial for me. So I wish you good luck. Thank you for watching and see you.